Hi, this is Majinoni, and here's my review for the Taskmaster Limited Series, number 1 of 4. What he doesn't know will kill him, and that's true, 100%. Well, he obviously is not going to die. There's going to be some spoiler warnings, so if you haven't read your book, please come back later. Now, I really have to admit, I really wanted to hate this book. I thought this is going to be utter and total crap, but the only reason why I got it was because I thought, well, you know what, this might be good for a review, so let's see what happens. And I thought, as a whole, it was just okay, but then I came across one page, and that one page, for some reason, just made me laugh, and I totally enjoyed the book. I totally enjoyed it. It was like a veil that lifted. So let's see what that page was, shall we? Okay, what we have here is a basic diner. You have a guy here hunched over, another guy who's playing the same song over and over again, and a waitress. They do a little minor flirtation, but it's not really anything big. Now, outside of that building, you have AIM, Hydra, and sort of other nasties like spying on him. And I really, if I could buy this bag, I totally would buy this bag. For those of you who can't see it, here we go. It says, AIM, Murder Tech, Death by Science. I'm telling you, I would buy this book in a this bag in a heartbeat. So anyways, you got, I guess, mentioned before, AIM and them. And they're basically, you have another group, I forgot who they are. I'll remember it in a little bit. So they're talking about your memory, your first memory, things like that. And she goes through hers, and he's like, honestly, I don't remember anything. I can only remember this conversation here. So he asked for the recipe of this dinner, so this way he will be able to recall what transpired between the two. So she goes off, and Hydra agent shows up, and he's basically saying, look, you trained me, I worshipped you, I cleaned your uniform, I slept with your uniform, I didn't, you were the man, you helped me, and why did you do what you did? And he's like, look, I don't know what you're talking about, who you're talking about. And the guy's like, everybody's after you. And he's like, who? He's like, everybody. So you have Cyber Ninjas, Black Chopper, Secret Empire, Trenchcoat Mafia, Legions of the Living Lightning, Militiamen, Sons of Serpent, and it's just craziness, the amount of people that are after him. And some of these people are created just for this book. So, obviously the guy's the Taskmaster, and he doesn't remember what's going on. Well, the appointed time comes, and everybody powers up, Death by Science. They inject themselves with some performance enhancers, and everybody comes in at the same time, and it's just utter, total chaos. Now, keep in mind, Taskmaster doesn't know who he is, so, he puts on the costume, and I thought that was kind of odd if you don't remember, but he obviously remembers little bits and pieces. And then there's just, he's taking them out one by one. He's basically saying that this is a pass-fail course, and he's like, fail, 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 as they all die. Eventually, the girl comes up, and he's like, hey, look, here's your recipe thing, and I've left you a window that's open, so you're going to have to take this window to get out of here alive. So she takes off, and, as you can see, he's using the different abilities not the abilities, but the style of combat of the different heroes. And there's just more carnage, and eventually he's like, I'm going to leave one of you guys with a message. He opens up the bike helmet. He's like, no, that's too crazy. Too weird. Closes it, kills it, blows up the whole building, everybody dies. He grabs some of the AIM tech stuff, iPad thing, and he hacks it to figure out what's going on. Now this here is the page that got me. So anyways, the waitress goes running back to her apartment, and she is met with the Inquisition. Now just imagine that these guys are like little midget type dudes, Inquisition, you know, the Spanish Inquisition, they got torture devices, and this just totally cracked me up. I don't know why, but they just totally did, especially with their weapons, that they have, weapons of torture that they have. So, you know, as they grab her, they grab the recipe and they're reading it, and it's like thinking that it's some really vital, important information, and then it's like dried oregano, 3 tablespoons lemon juice. What kind of code is this? And she's like, it's not a code. And they're like, well, we'll torture you and find out. And they're going through all the different tortures. Well, lucky for her, Taskmaster comes, shoots them, and he's like, look, you know, we're in this together. I can't remember who I am, and I need you to help me to remember because you're also at risk. And basically, there's a bonding on both of them because everybody thinks that this recipe is vital information and they're connected. I totally enjoyed this book. I thought this was great. It was action and lots of it, and I enjoyed it. But I'm afraid that the other issues won't be living up to its full potential. So what I thought was kind of cool at the end is they talk about, you know, the Taskmaster's talent pool. So these are basically everybody that basically jumped into the fight. You know, we have AIM, you know, Hydra, and it talks about who Hydra is, first appearance, you know, things like that. You know, the Scarlet Empire here, the Ultimatum, that's who they were. I remember these guys from, I think they were from Spider-Man. And then there's the Cyber Ninjas, and then we have Lords of the Living Thunder. I was like, oh my god, this is just horrible. Sons of Serpent, and then like the Black Choppers and the Trenchcoat Mafia, those guys are new. And then these 2 guys are also new. And then and it goes about like the students, you know, like Crossbones and Avengers Initiative and like Deadpool and people like that. So overall, I really enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say, I can't say for sure that the rest of this stuff is going to be good, but basically they think that the villains, that the underworld thinks that he sold them out and to the feds, and that's why they're after him. So if you have, that's basically the gist of it. Now, as I enjoyed it, tell me, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this could actually end up being a cool miniseries? It's only 4 issues, so I think they can get in and out really quick. And I have a feeling, depending upon how well this sells, we might see a new Taskmaster series. We'll see. Subscribe to the channel, and if you have, rate the video up or down to let me know what you guys think. And until next time.